Alrighty, so I'm doing it. Alright, the video is going to be about why Spartan Ops sucks shit. And since there's not much to talk about story-wise, I'll also talk about why the gameplay fucking blows. But anyway, let's start with the story. So, it opens up with a team of Spartans called Team Majestic. Now, there's 5 of them. There's a main character guy that we don't give a fuck about named Spartan Thorn, who never shows up again in any of the other Halo stuff. Books, movies, games, whatever. Well, if he does show up, no one gives a fuck, right? Nobody noticed. Anyway, he's in this, and he is a terrible main character. He's basically the character of Spartan Ops storyline that us audience members of the story are supposed to relate to. But we don't want to relate to him because he's fucking boring as shit. He's just some dude who's trying to justify his reasons for joining the Spartans, and apparently at the end of Halo 4, some of his family or something got killed because of the Didact, and so he's pissed off, so he's joined the military in a pathetic attempt to seek some kind of retribution and honor in the name of his dead family. So, it's that stupid horseshit, you know? So that's who he is all about. And then there's some black dude who is your token black guy. Actually, he's not even that. He might as well not even exist in the fucking team. And then there's some really ugly lesbian-looking lady in the group, and yeah, she might as well not exist in the team either. Like, the black dude and her don't contribute anything to the story. And then there's the leader of the team. I think his name is DeMarco or DeMarcus or something, and he's this dude bro fucking retard. And then there's another guy that looks pretty much just like him, who's also a dude bro retard. And these guys are Spartan 4s, and I don't know what the deal is. Does 343 just want to make Spartan 4s look like fucking shit compared to Spartan 3s and Spartan 2s? Because Spartan 2s, like Master Chief, are badass. Spartan 3s, like Noble 6 and, you know, like Emil and Noble 1 and shit, they're fucking badass too. But these Spartan 4s are like some dude bros, you know? Like when they first meet Palmer, they're like, whoa dude, check her out, bro. I wanna fuck her. It's just fucking stupid, and they lack discipline, and they're just... You don't want these guys to be Spartans. You just don't. You want Spartans to be fucking awesome characters, you know? Real battle-hardened veterans, you know, of war and combat. You want them to stand apart from your average dumbass soldier. You want them to be the kind of soldier that you look at and you think, oh shit, those guys are really fucking badass. I do not want to fuck with those guys. Anyway, these Spartan 4s, they suck. They're terrible characters. And here's the funny thing: you don't even get to fucking play as them in the Spartan Ops. You play as Team Crimson, some other Spartan group that pretty much goes in and plays cleanup and mop up and janitor style bait and bitch and fetch quests, and it's just totally shitty. Anyway, Spartan Ops, yeah, in the storyline, there's this nerdy dude, this scientist named Glassman. He touches this artifact, and it teleports him into the custody of Joel Ndama. It's a really stupid fucking name for this elite asshole, because, you know, 343 is not very original, and they couldn't come up with an original bad guy, so some generic random-ass elite is the bad guy for the Spartan Ops storyline. Anyway, this piece of shit, he enslaves Glassman and forces him to do stuff that he doesn't want to do in regards to researching this Forerunner thingy. And anyway, he puts an explosive vest on him, so in case Glassman runs away, they can blow him up, right? Which is cool, I guess. That's not original story writing, but whatever. It makes sense that they would do that. And here's the part where I start to have big problems. Um, there's a part where Spartan Thorn, he comes to the rescue or whatever, and Glassman, he comes running out of there with the bomb on his chest or whatever. Oh, no, I don't remember how it happened. Anyway, the point is that I'm trying to get at here is that Glassman is there with Thorn, and Thorn notices that he has an explosive vest on, and it's about to go off and kill them, and he takes the vest off of Glassman and throws it down this corridor, and it blows up these elites that are coming at him, and they jump out of the way so they don't die from the explosion, and they survive. Totally awesome scene, right? Here's the thing that makes no fucking sense, though. The explosion of the vest that Glassman was wearing, it's like a human explosion. There's like orange fire and everything. It's like a giant grenade went off or something. Like, shouldn't it have been a plasma explosion? Like a bunch of blue fiery flames, you know? Like the plasma grenades or something like that? Shouldn't have been more colorful, more Covenant themed? They made it after all, right? Right? Or did they have Glassman make his own bomb vest, which would be also fucking stupid? It makes no sense. That part was just completely like, what are you thinking? What stupid fucking moron wrote this? Oh, Brian Reed, the guy who wrote Halo 5. Of course. Of course. Honestly, it was so bad that I never really finished it. Apparently, the ending is like, there's something about the sun exploding, or they're gonna drag Requiem into the sun or something, and the Infinity gets attacked by Prometheans for some reason, and yeah, that stuff. Whatever. Anyway, the story pretty much sucked balls, and yeah. Now let's talk about the gameplay. The first few missions don't seem too bad, although they are rehashes of a lot of areas in the campaign. So that was fucking gay, but, you know, you kind of got used to it. It wasn't a big deal. But then they start hitting you with the same fucking levels over and over again. Like, not only did you play these levels in campaign, but now you're playing them again, but sometimes you're walking around in them differently, and you fight enemies in different locations and different enemies, basically. And it's a lot of boring shit, too. Like, you just run around, and there's nothing going on, there's no enemies, you run for, like, 2 or 3 minutes, and then you finally reach an area where there's a switch. You flip the switch, and all of a sudden you get these enemies teleporting in on you like crazy. You're completely surrounded, and they kill you. A lot of that shit happens in Spartan Ops. It's fucking stupid. And this is such a shitty replacement for Firefight, because in Firefight, you never knew, like, where the enemies would be coming at you from, and you never knew where what type of enemies would be spawning up to kill you. So you would constantly have to adapt and rethink strategies to deal with the enemies in Firefight. But in Spartan Ops, you can memorize everything. If you play a mission of Spartan Ops and then replay it, you can remember what enemies are where and what they do and all that stuff. So it's not challenging at all, really. It's fucking stupid. Gameplay is fucking trash. You'll be playing Spartan Ops mission, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, here's that part where the Sword Elite comes at me. Well, good thing I brought my FRG, because I memorized from the last time that I played this level. Unlike Firefight, where you never know what's going to really come at you, and you have to be ready for everything. So that is not very interesting gameplay. And of course, like I said, you're playing the same fucking levels over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. It's fucking repetitive as shit. And the environments aren't very well made, so everything is really repetitive, and it feels like a maze a lot of the time, like you can't memorize a lot of these levels because they're so bland because you don't want to. You can if you want, but if you're like me and you expect something better from Halo and you actually want to play a shooter that doesn't suck, then yeah, okay, that's maybe pushing it. It doesn't suck, but it's not good, it's not great, it's kind of meh. But since there are shooters that are much better than this, then of course you're going to think, fuck this, I don't want to play this shit. And yeah, the story also sucks. So yeah, that sums this video up. Spartan Ops, story fucking sucks. Gameplay fucking pretty much sucks. Yeah, that's what you got, man. And you know it's funny, these dipshits at 343 wanted to fucking charge us for the second season. Yeah, they wanted to charge us, but after they saw how unpopular it was, they were like, okay, we'll give it to free. We'll give it to you for free. And yeah, hilarious how that went down. Because it fucking sucked. Halo 4, meh. It's a meh game all around, pretty much. It doesn't do anything to impress, really. The soundtrack is okay. It's not very good. Some of the tracks are just fucking awful. Oh my god. There's like a track where there's just some lady in the background going, hoo ha, hoo ha. It's like, this is music? What the fuck? Fucking kidding me? Anyway, that was terrible. But anyway, this video isn't about Halo 4 as a whole. I'm just trying to focus on Spartan Ops. Trying to think, is there anything I missed? Yeah, there is. Gameplay-wise, you have to use your Spartan, and you can bring in a lot of your perks and classes and weapons that you earn in the multiplayer and whatnot. So you have to, the more variety you have unlocked in that regard is better. But like if you just jump straight into Spartan Ops and you haven't unlocked perks like the ammo perk and stuff like that, and a lot of the newer guns, then that's really shitty. You'll probably get your ass kicked. And yeah, they just didn't do a very good job with the whole Spartan Ops thing. Like, I remember when they first advertised this thing for Halo 4, this episodic Spartan adventure kind of stuff. Sounded like it might be cool, but that's not what it was. It ended up turning out to be a piece of shit for the most part. So, yeah, that sums up this video. See ya.